Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Monday, May 1st, 2023, and in Brazil people can use Telegram again. A judge has decided it is against free speech to suspend the app. So that is good news. Thing I just wanted to talk about is nonsense news, as I would call it. And first of all, it's about those documents that keeps leaking and are found everywhere. It's very interesting that keeps happening. And first of all, of course, the articles that were leaked from the Pentagon by a 21-year-old. There was even an article, probably multiple articles, explaining how a 21-year-old junior member of Reserve Force managed to get access to top secret US documents. They had to explain that because obviously that was a bit strange, and it still is, but it's interesting that the media was explaining how he managed to get his hands on those documents. Of course, we have the incident with top secret information about Mr. B visiting Ireland. It was found in the street by a civilian. Very interesting. His 3-day visit around April 12th. And then we have an article that apparently documents about a nuclear submarine were found on a toilet in a British pub. And that wasn't the first time they lost apparently papers, because someone forgot his papers near a bus stop in Kent in 2021. It's amazing. All these people just take those documents, they just wait at a bus stop. No, they just forget to take it home with them. And a British pub, really, that's the place you really want to take secret information about nuclear submarines. That's the place to take it with you. Very interesting. I have a feeling that might be some white hat action, how do you say this, that these documents are being leaked, because it's just insane if you think about it. But it just made me laugh. The other thing, in the Netherlands, they are really opening up, how do you say this, opening or talking about these theory thinkers, those people that are thinking about different ideas that do not match with the normal ideas around. That's of course us, the independent thinkers, the truther community. And they really are very scared. This is quite a large article. It is in Dutch. I'm going to place it again on my Telegram channel. I already shared it, I think 2 days ago, but it's really interesting. They really dive into it, and it's just amazing when you read about it. It's about how can we make sure that it doesn't happen? How do we reach these people? Apparently there are how do you say this, people researching this at the University College Cork in Ireland. Apparently they did a study about people that think like that and how you can make sure to reach them. And they were concluding that it doesn't help to play with emotions of these theory thinkers. That's just going to work the different way around. And it doesn't really help to come with facts. How strange. It just keeps going. And even someone from a climate specialist with RTL News, so that's a Dutch climate expert, is talking about that these people have their entire identity connected to this, and they are very critical of science. It's mentioned as well. You really have to think about your definition of science, but it's interesting, especially when you're a climate specialist. But this is very interesting. So this is really trying to, bringing this out there, like these people with all these theories, and they're very confused and don't want to listen to facts. But this is even the best part of it. They've designed a game against fake news. It's made by Sander van der Linde, who teaches social psychology at the University of Cambridge, and he developed a game, and it puts you in the shoes of the online manipulator. very interesting. And what kind of strategies are being applied to spread fake news. And there's always a victim, and there's always something wrong with the official story, and there's behind the scenes, there's a secret. And it's very interesting if you just read about that. They're really going all in on these people thinking differently. So they really are terrified of us. It's amazing. But the most interesting thing, to me, this almost feels like a white hat action. Because if you read the article, and it's quite an article to be honest, they actually are showing how people are being manipulated in general by the media. Very interesting. So in a way, it is mentioned as to hopefully change people with all these theory thinkers to change their minds. But if you can really look through it and maybe even play that game, you start to realize how you're being manipulated by the media, and that everyone is using those techniques. In the media, there's always a victim. There's always something going on. We've got the climate. We've got the nitrogen. Oh, there's always someone... awful things going on. Very interesting. So I just wanted to mention that. That's of course not really nonsensical news, but in essence, it's interesting that they're really going all in on that one. So this is from the Dutch media. And the thing I wanted to take a look at in my video is about Turkey and Erdogan, the president. Apparently he got sick and he had to go to the hospital. He had to stop doing his campaign, but he reappeared again, and there was no sign of the illness which caused him to drop out of key events for 3 days this week. So this is very interesting. So apparently he just showed up again, started campaigning again, and there was apparently nothing wrong with him. So it kind of had the feeling there was an upgrade going on there, and I just wanted to take a look just in general also with Turkey, the energy there. And the first card I got was the Eight of Swords. The central card is the Magician. Card in the past is the Knight of Pentacles. Card underneath the Magician is the Ace, is the Page of Cups. And for the future we have the Five of Wands and we have the Seven of Cups for Turkey. And of course what's going on with Erdogan. And I was looking at the back of the deck and that has the King of Wands. So to me this feels like a white hat operation sort of. It's almost like they were upgrading him. So I do get the feeling that there was something not completely right and they changed that again. So it could be that he's looking a little differently. I'm not sure about that. But also the energy in Turkey is that people are feeling powerless. A change is being made to make them more powerful in a way. So I think the white hats are working there as well to put people back into their power. But ultimately, they have to do that themselves. That's worldwide. We all have to step into our own power. Feeling of powerlessness. Things are being changed, but it's going to get very hectic. There is strife, there is fighting, there is the Seven of Cups. So it's very confusing what's really going on. Who is on what side. And I think that is the period really where we are at now in the world. And I do understand just worldwide, it's so confusing and chaotic and people don't know who's on what side anymore. But especially in Turkey, that's going to be amplified. Of course, we've got the voting coming up. So that's why Erdogan, of course, had to, get out of there, start campaigning as soon as possible. So I do think there's an upgrade that happened to him. And in Turkey itself, the energy is changing, but it's going to get chaotic and hectic. So, and very confusing. But I have a feeling that worldwide, that is what's happening as well. That it's confusing who is on what, so what is really going on. But things, I think, happened because the white hats had to change a few things. So I think that's why he had to leave for a little bit and then come back and show no sign of illness whatsoever. It's very interesting that they mentioned that in the article to begin with. So this is the feeling I got with Turkey. So people are feeling powerless, but they are stepping more and more into their own power. But it's going to get very chaotic in Turkey and very confusing for quite some time. Very confusing energy, like what is really going on there. So we'll have to wait and see, of course. And the other thing I wanted to take a look at was the week ahead of us. And these are the energies for this week. We have the Tower, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. So these are two major arcana cards, and usually they are lasting longer. It's like a, a more intense energy. So they most likely will last longer than just 1 week. But we're gonna face a hectic time ahead of us, and that's the feeling I'm getting anyway. It's very chaotic. Sudden things are happening, things are coming out, the storylines are falling apart, narratives are falling apart. It's really a very hectic card, and we really are in that time. So this week is most likely going to be quite hectic. But we also have the Empress, the sacred feminine principle that needs to be balanced with the sacred masculine principle. Really, it's about balancing. So I do feel that there's a new energy coming in. I'm kind of feeling that as well, like a change is happening. Things need to be, in a different way. So we're already starting to sense that. Maybe you're already feeling it in your own life, or maybe you're starting to see it the coming weeks, because again, this is a major arcana card, so it takes more time. But I do believe things are changing. There is a new energy coming in, and it's about balancing things. So this week and the coming weeks can be quite hectic, but I have a feeling that there is another energy surfacing. There's a different energy we can sense. I'm kind of sensing that as well. There's a change I'm feeling in the energy. It's still hectic, but it's not as heavy as it was. And the 3 cards for the advice for this week are the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So to me, this feels, this again, of course, a major arcana card, but this is moving things in a new direction, positive changes. And I think it's very important that we make changes now. So if certain situations, certain people are just not feeling, do not resonate with you anymore, it is time to just end it, so to speak, and a very conscious choice to end it and to start following what truly feels right to you. Last week, the last cards for Thursday and Friday were time to leave and to make room. And it's very suitable with these cards because it is time to make room. And you can make room by making decisions and not holding on to situation, behavior, people, just something doesn't fit anymore. Cut it. Just let it go so new things can come in. Don't fight the change that is coming in. A lot of people can still resist change. Sometimes I have that feeling too. You know your life, it's comfortable, you're in your comfort zone, but you get stuck as well. And it's really now to get out of your comfort zone, to let go of things that do not connect with you anymore, so new things can come in and new exciting things can come in, and follow what makes you happy. Very, very important. Follow that inner feeling, like, oh, this is what I want to do. So this week will be an interesting week, but be prepared to leave behind certain things, certain behaviors, certain people, and understand that we are in very hectic times now, and we really need to connect with ourselves, connect with God, and really stabilize ourselves, because we need to be, if we really want to change this world, bring in this beautiful energy, this, balance between the sacred male masculine energy and the sacred feminine energy. It's very important that we are stable, we are grounded. I'd like to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.